Alright, you guys, so, I was getting ready to go to bed here and I got this alert, right? I'm like, what? And so I go over here. This is the STOXX 600, which is basic European markets, right? Just a grand view of the European markets. And so what I want to show you is you see this move on Bitcoin, unless you have any doubt that the things I'm talking about in Europe make a difference. Well, with the crypto people, they're completely numb to the idea that they just caught on to the fact that the Bitcoin trades with the DXY and the SPY and stuff. And so, the idea that the oil crisis or the STOXX 600 here is a leading indicator for Bitcoin would be something that no one's talking about. I want to show you, because you just saw Bitcoin dump, right? You're seeing it right now, right? We go up to Bitcoin, shit's hitting the fan over here, right? Now it's real straightforward. The stuff's all connected, and it's really something to keep an eye on. And so look, you got a 1 hour candle right here. That is no bueno. Something happened. 1 hour candle, guys. It's not Armageddon. It's not the end of the world, but that's not good. Let's look at a 4 hour. See when this shit started to fade out. Right? You see what I'm saying, man? So then you go over here to Bitcoin and you can see there's a correlation. There's always going to be a correlation, right? Does that mean I think Bitcoin's, heading down to 12,000 a night? No. But it's something to keep an eye on, and I just wanted to show you because when I go through this stuff and I'm pointing out these indicators, I'm like, hey, watch this. Right? I'm like, just did a video about watch this index here. This is Germany. Watch that. Kind of might just go, in one ear out the other. But this is going to lead the way. And so right here, you can see it. You got movement, right? Just like fishing. You got a little fish hitting that line. We don't know what kind of fish it's going to be. But there you go. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Let's look at it real quick and then I'm done. It's pretty ugly, man. It's looking pretty ugly. Yeah. That's not looking good. So what you want to see when you wake up tomorrow, or if you're someplace and you're still doing this stuff, this needs to turn into a tail, right? You don't want to see, you need to see the this kind of a trend. You need to see a topping tail coming into this Fed meeting, so right off, or a bottoming tail. So my first instinct is to say that the market's going to run up a little bit this week. We have what would end up being a double bottom. That would be my first inclination here. So that you end up with this double bottom on Bitcoin if it gets real bad, or it might kind of stop somewhere in this zone here. Anything could happen, but you'd have to have a news catalyst. And so a news catalyst would be the thing to watch, right? Is you would go over here, you could go check headlines. You'd be like, what's happening in Europe? What's going on right now that could be causing this pressure? And you're getting a little tail there. So that would be good. So could this look, that is ugly, huh? Yeah, it is ugly. A lot of times though, coming in this Fed meeting, You know, everybody gets super bearish, super scared, and time after time we bounce. And so my strategy for, man, 5-6 months now has been waiting for this play to come in October, and that's like part of the patience here. But I really do believe my strategy right now is to short heavy, right? My investment style short is to short heavy once we have this on the SPY. Sorry guys, going on a little bit long, but look, my idea, and I could be wrong because this could just, shit could just fall apart, right, based on news, but my thought process leads me to think that we'll get another test of this level at minimum, or maybe higher, going into October. So 2 weeks of this, and then maybe neutral for the first week or two of October, barring any news catalyst, right? So it's got to be not data driven. There has to be something in the world that happens that would send this shit lower, right? Powell says we're gonna do 100 points, bang, right? That would be a news catalyst. He comes out, says it's 0.75, shit continues per normal in Europe. It's shitty, but it just kind of continues with normal shittiness. And I think we see another retest here, and then I'll be watching. And at that point, I think that's last of the Mohicans for this Bitcoin range. And I think at that point, moving into October, this might be your high moving into October. And then these gold boxes are where, and I've explained this many times, but this is where I will add heavier scaling in, because you got to be scaling into these plays when we get into that gold box. So doesn't look good for Bitcoin right now, but I wanted to show you how everything's connected, right? All right, you guys, that's enough of this bullshit. Peace.